How to generate a schedule and charge hours to a specific work group. From the dashboard, click on the hamburger icon on the far left-hand side of the screen. Then proceed to toggling over to the scheduler. Select template schedules from the submenu. This will bring you to your scheduler. Now, if the client is wanting to add a specific schedule and charge hours to a specific work group, what we can do is we can add a schedule if the schedule does not currently exist. So you can select templates and select the schedules that they've created so far, or if it's a brand new schedule, then they can use freeform. They can decide, all right, this is going to be worked hours. And also on here is where they can allocate the hours. If it's going to need to be charged to a specific budget unit number, select the budget unit number. If it needs to also be charged to a specific uh, project, then select the project. Depending on the organization's work groups, you will see those display in this area. Also, you can set up the start time, and you can say that the end time will be 5 p.m. and you can say that the meal break will be 60 minutes. You can add a note for the schedule, and that's how easy it is for you to create a specific schedule. Then the next thing that you need to do is once you've created that schedule, then you go through the list of employees. Who are we adding the schedule for? For my example, we're going to add it to Austin. We're going to add the same schedule for Bob, and we're going to add that schedule for Thomas. We're going to say OK. And that's how easy it is for you to create that schedule and add it for those individuals. Okay. One last thing, just to validate that the employee schedule is posted, I went into the view by employee view. I searched for my employee Bob, and here's Bob's schedule. I created a schedule from 8 to 5 p.m. And on here, when I click on the actual schedule, it gives me the information as to the work groups where these will be charged to and the schedule that this employee has been set up under. Okay. That concludes our session. Thank you. Part two of our recording today consists of creating a template. How do you create a template? So in Freeform is one of those schedules that you use, it's not something that often happens. However, a template is something that you're going to be using often. So how to create a template schedule? First, we toggle over to the employee filter or the employee view. We're going to select display templates. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on edit the templates. And on here, it allows you to add a template. So let's say that we have a specific budget unit that we want to allocate hours for. So it's a budget unit. Maybe we'll just type this in and we'll say BU. And it's going to be that volunteer department. So we can add a description of it. We can say budget unit volunteer. We can say it 8 to 5 p.m. We can say this is Monday through Friday. So make sure that you add the description. That way, anytime you use it, you know what that is specifically for. Here's my budget unit, and I'm going to look for volunteer. I'm going to select OK. And if that's the only thing that I'm allocating hours to for that specific budget unit, then I'm going to leave the rest blank. Then I'm going to set it up. I'm going to say 8 to 5 p.m. I'm going to give the employee a 60-minute meal break, and you do not need to allocate the start and end time. Say OK. And that's how easy it is for you to go in the system and add a template, save it. And so going forward, if you go to add schedule, if you click on templates, and then there's my budget unit volunteer, 8 to 5 p.m., Monday through Friday. And that's how easy it is for you to create a template for a specific schedule. For example, a schedule that you're often going to be using.